Oh, fun. Isaac can't stay. That's lovely as well.
Welcome in, everybody, to episode 6, I guess. Um, Hi, Isaac. You're fine, Isaac. You go have food. Welcome in, everybody, and Emmy, take it away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode. As you know, but I will reintroduce myself. My name is Emmy. I am your DM for this evening. I go by they, them pronouns, and I was about to announce my character's name from the Pathfinder campaign. Can't do that here. Um, let's start it off this week with Red. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Red. I play Zato. My pronouns are he, him. Zato is a fire genasi warlock, and he is paranoid and has jumped out of moving carts.
Lovely. Next up is going to be JD.
I'm JD. I'm the streamer. I play Jahan, the Fire Genasi sorcerer, also half brother of Zato, who has a real attitude.
Lovely as always. Next up is going to be Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I play Phelan, and my pronouns are he, him, and I am a curious gnome child.
And last but not least is going to be Lemon.
Hi, I'm Lemon. I am go by she, her pronouns, and I am apparently the leader of this party, but I am also the note taker. So I had to make a new map because we're updating the map apparently.
Yes, because
And
as
also my party
always-
apparently is dying. So
two of them are. One of them is. Two of you are not.
I'm just exhausted.
I'm above half. I'm fine.
All right,
Okay.
Chris is
and-
dying.
Yes.
Yes,
That
yes,
is
I'm
true.
dying.
But to pull away and give a quick recap of last session we were trying to get back into the swing of things here. So we did a very short session, just the party looting up and robbing bodies of cultists that they have killed. When all of a sudden, they got attacked by a figure dressed in a dark cloak with arrows. They got attacked with arrows. Ooh. And one of the characters literally was unconscious out of a window at one point. That's fun. The characters did not chase after that player, and now they are left in the cultist lair that is now full of dead cultists and themselves. So, all of you have searched everything. Noel, you are at, if I remember correctly, you are at 2 levels of exhaustion at this exact moment, correct? Yes?
Yep, because they didn't have time to sleep.
So, just to point out this fact, Noel has 2 levels of exhaustion because they frenzied twice. She frenzied twice in the last battle, right? That's the reason, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
So
I don't think it would have affected any of the battles simply because level 1 is I have disadvantage on ability checks, and I'm pretty sure we didn't do any ability checks. It was just fight.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was no ability checks.
So, but now I have disadvantage on ability
Level.
checks, and my speed is halved.
Yes. So you are walking very slow at this exact moment. Right. Let's recap really quickly what happens for the exhaustion levels, because I don't know if all of you know what happens with exhaustion levels. So as Lemon said, exhaustion 1 is disadvantage on ability checks. Effect 2 is speed halved. 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 is hit point maximum half. So if we're taking like normal to be instance, so Nomo's hit point max currently is 32, so that would be halved to 16,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm doing math correctly.
Yep.
And I just messed up my computer. Give me a second. Level 5 is speed reduced to 0, so Nomo couldn't move at all, and if you hit exhaustion 6, that's an auto death.
Yep.
So just to let everyone
But
know.
it's a good thing that I can only rage one more time before I take a long rest. Which means I only have the ability to be exhausted one more time before I take a long rest.
Mm-hmm. But
So-
as this is happening out, everyone is relaxed now after that, after Zato and Jahan attempted to find out who this person was, they still ran away and fled out into the woods behind the shop. All of you, 2 of you are damaged a lot, but 2 of you are fine. One is just exhausted. It's starting to get darker outside as the window that was open from the attack, the light starts to be dimming a bit. So what do you all want to do?
Han is just gonna sit there for a little bit.
What? So, friends, I would advise us to camp out here because we don't know what's out there, and we know that we've killed everything in here until it's daylight, and then we'll go and journey back into the city.
I agree with Normal on this.
Guess we do owe you some rest, since we didn't interrupt you.
Yeah,
I
we should
appreciate that.
rest. And it'll give some of us time to heal up.
Correct. People can heal. We'll get some nice rest. We'll have a bite to eat. Kind of camp out here. Is there a room in here that has walls on 3 of the 4 sides? Let me dig into my notes.
If you are looking for a space, there is a spot in the beginning of the
That
map
has beds. It does.
that has beds. Yes, and I believe you guys looked through those rooms, so you would know there is a
Yes.
room that has beds.
I recommend we go back to the entrance in there, and then we can post up and have one person. Let's go a little risky. Instead of us posting up, we'll just like rig like something on like the door. Wait, guys, did y'all destroy this door or not?
I know I destroyed one full room with fire.
Hopefully, it wasn't the bedroom.
Oh,
I
let me look.
think it was because one was what, the kitchen, and one was the bedroom. I believe
yes,
I
I'm
burned the
pulling-
bedroom.
Oh, no, yeah, you did.
We didn't touch the kitchen, but we did burn the bedroom.
Okay, so then I'm looking at my map. Are there rooms if we're still in the very, very center, not the very, very center, if we're still in the room with the pentagram on the floor, right?
Yes.
If we were to, is there an opening to the north?
No, there's
the-
not. I'm counting that space at like the back where the window was, so there is not a back way back there.
Okay, so there's only
you're
one way
looking
in
at
and
the
out of this
battle.
room.
Yes, it's through the way that you came in.
Okay, well, I just didn't know if there were rooms on the other side.
Yeah, you guys have the battle map. People watching who
we?
don't.
Do
Yeah,
we
I
have the battle
feel
map?
like
Yeah, they
I
posted
swear I
it
gave you the battle map.
a while back.
Yeah,
I swear that I
hold
gave you
on.
guys the battle map. Let me look.
You did. No, you did. It's in there.
Yeah. Okay, if quickly, if I look at the battle map, where did I put the battle map?
Okay, so that's
Here.
walls.
Here, give me a sec.
I'll pin
No,
it.
I found it. So if everyone looks at the battle map, the rooms that were specifically given to you and the ones that we're using is the back room with the pentagram, the hallway with the red thing in the middle, the two sides don't count, the room with the blue circle in the middle, and then the bedroom, the kitchen, and I believe I included the two rooms on the sides as well, and the hallway in. Those are the only rooms in this
Okay.
place.
Yes, and we
Okay, so everything on the other side is just walls.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, how do we get to those side rooms? Or are
The
those
side
not actually
rooms?
rooms?
The side rooms that we were talking about, I believe there were doors that I just found this battle map online. There were doors
Mhm.
in the hallway to get to them.
Okay. I feel like it's safer to post up in the kitchen if we burnt down the bedroom. The
I
bedroom is
feel like
burnt
we
down, we'll go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
The
I
kitchen's
feel
burnt
like we
down,
did
we'll go to the
burn
bedroom.
down the bedroom. I feel like we did burn down the bedroom.
Okay. Well, whichever one we didn't burn down, let's post up in there. And then let's put something in front of the door so that if people come in, like we'd hear it or notice something so we can all get a long rest.
I'm thinking that centerpiece in the kitchen is like the fireplace, basically. Throw that up in front of the door, basically.
That's fine. I mean, whatever we can't have to use.
I mean, that, or there's the counter, which is probably bolted down.
Well, if you all went in, we could figure stuff out.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's all go in there. Are
Yep.
we all in agreement?
Yeah.
Sure, let's go.
Yes.
Okay. I really need another screen for Discord.
And you all backtrack your way through the place. If you all remembered, the lights now on the walls still hold a purple flame, reminiscent of Orlaf coming to help / just be an annoyance to you all once again. Whoosh. As you make your way through the rooms and you go to the kitchen.
Okay. Nomel's gonna sit down and eat one of her rations and then go to sleep.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? As Noel quickly munches down on some food.
Wait, what
And
exactly?
I'm giving Gift some food as well.
What
Just
is
putting that
exactly
out
like around me? Like, what
Make
am
an
I looking
investigation check for me.
at? Okay.
Actually, make a perception check for me.
Perception?
Perception.
Okay.
Yes, perception. And let me pull up the campaign in general.
17.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So the room around you at the moment is a regular kitchen. There is a fire spit in the middle of the room that it's not lit at the moment, but you can tell it was used for roasting foods. There's a couple barrels towards one of the walls that look to be about there's about 3 to 5, there's about 5 barrels on there that have corks already in them with stuff that you can obviously pour stuff out with, but you haven't touched those yet. There is a back counter that is filled with breads and stuff like that, but it looks like it's kind of not fresh at all. You really don't know how long this has been in here. And
Yeah, I don't want it.
to the side, and to the side near the entrance, there looks to be a little box of something in there.
Well then, I don't really know where I'm gonna probably just. Can I just kind of like just sit on the ground?
Yeah, pick a spot.
You said there's barrels, right?
Yes.
Somewhere. I'm gonna sit next to the barrels.
Okay. Is there anything else that Jahan and Phelan are gonna be doing?
Phelan
Taking
is
one of those
gonna,
barrels and putting it in front of the door.
yeah.
Okay,
Phelan
give
was gonna
me
suggest that.
My barrel.
give me a strength. Can you give me a strength check?
A strength check.
As you try to lift one of these barrels. I'm sorry, sir, you are 11, and I clearly said that there might be some liquid in there.
Yeah, also, I'm probably the weakest of everyone when it comes to natural strength.
No, because I'm exhausted.
I have a 0. Already.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on my saving throw.
But you still have
Yeah,
pluses.
And ability
Oh,
checks.
but overall, no, that's wrong. Zato has a -1.
Oh.
That's besides the point.
Uh,
And Phelan also has a +0.
I still rolled a 15.
There
You
go.
rolled a what?
15.
15? Okay. It takes you a little bit to try to hoist it up, but you are able to pick it up. You kind of it's like when you pick up the barrel, it's kind of sloshing a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and as you put it down, how do you rest the barrel?
Honestly, I feel like the way Jahan's gonna move it and rest it is literally gonna be like how, if you watch, like, remember, Billy Madison, where he's rolling the keg around the floor, around the yard, and he's kind of just twisting it back and forth to move it. He's literally just doing that, and then just, like, turning himself to prop it up against the door. It doesn't have to be directly on the door, just enough to where the door can't be, like, flung open.
Okay. So you rest it against the door, and it looks. I'm gonna make a roll on my end.
Mm-hmm.
It looks to be secure.
Okay. And then Jahan's gonna eat one of his rations and just kind of pick a corner and put his back up against the wall and sit down.
Does everybody have things to like a sleeping bag and stuff like that? Or bedrolls?
Oh, let's play the game. Does anyone actually have that?
I have it.
Bedroll, yes.
Okay.
Because I remember I gave you all the chance to grab those.
Yep. I have a bedroll.
I'm pretty sure I gave that one to everybody. Now I do have a tent.
Eh.
I have one tent. I think someone else picked up the other tent.
No, Jahan's just gonna pull out his bedroll, kinda, and sit on it with his back up against the wall, and pull out Corrali's little black book and skim through it. And just, like, he's not, like, he's gonna go to specific dates, like, specifically, like, his, the day he showed up into his, father's house when he was dropped off for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then other dates he remembers, like a birthday that was missed, and like days that he knew his father was gone but didn't know why, because usually he would be told he's on an adventure, but these times he wasn't. So he's just specifically trying to remember dates and just going to the book trying to find them.
So let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to mess with you a little bit. I'm gonna roll something for Corrali.
Okay.
And I want you to roll an investigation for me.
Investigation. Okay.
We'll see where it goes. Oh, Corrali actually rolled well.
So did I. Somewhat.
What did you get?
An 18.
Wow. Okay. I want to say you beat Karali by 1.
Yes!
And his was just his was always just gonna be a flat roll, but I got like a 17 on the die. Okay. So you're skimming around like the little black book, and you are you really paying attention?
Not just to like dates, basically.
Just dates. So you go. So the day that you were dropped off, so you see like a little like a scrolled out of text, and it was like, okay, so and so date. I was having my best life. 2 lovely ladies crawled up against my bed in the morning. I thought I had it all, and then all of a sudden I heard a knock at the door. Maybe there was another lady coming to say hi. Maybe there was a man coming to grace my bed for one night. I was wrong. There was a kid. And as I looked down, I thought, oh shit, it looks like me. And it kind of just goes on like that, of just him being like so surprised that you actually were there. And then birthday that appeared. So birthday that he missed. There's like a little scrolled out text like, today I finally dealt with the fact that that little Nalor actually got more chicks than me. Like, seriously? Him? He's nothing. Well, no, he's not nothing. He heals us. But, like, I like the little rivalry we have going on. It's fun. Another day, Epila and Angara were talking to me about the kids. I really can't believe that they actually had the time to settle down. I mean, I don't know how many kids I have. That's a scary thought. But I'm excited to see the little one when I come home. Maybe he'll be excited too. And then you're skimming past. There's actually one that's dated, and he goes, I visited her for a bit, and her is like underlined and darkened. I saw what she was up to with the little one, but she kept me away from him. Didn't want me near him. Kept trying to sick whatever power she had on me. She's still gorgeous. He looks like me. He's gonna be influenced by her soon enough. I can't wait to see what type of person he becomes. And then there's just other scrawlings.
That Jahan just shoves the book back in his pack and closes his eyes and just lays down.
Okay. Also, Red, you still have 4 barrels. He just took 1.
But that barrel was special.
You didn't take your barrel.
You didn't even know what was in the barrel.
But my barrel.
You didn't even know what was in the barrel.
What barrel?
Red's
You
like,
didn't know what was in the barrel to begin with.
Red's like, they're all my children, so they're all special.
That one had a little dent in it, and that made it special.
Azedo skulks in the corner after Jahan stole a barrel to barricade the door. What is Phelan doing?
Good question. Phelan is going to take a barrel.
Stop taking my
Another barrel.
barrels.
What's up with you and the
No.
barrels?
I like barrels.
No, not you. Why is everyone else grabbing a barrel? You should have a bedroll.
Yeah, we're barrels alone.
The barrels
Unless
was
you
to
forgot to add bedrolls to your inventory.
Lemon.
Oh,
We
I
used the
definitely was
barrel
not.
to barricade the door since we didn't use anything else.
Okay. Phelan, what are you doing with the barrel?
What Phelan is doing. Phelan just wanted to take a barrel. He didn't really want to do anything because while there's no bedroll in his inventory at the moment, what happened? He really just wants to take it just to rest his head on the barrel because he kind of just used to sleeping outside when he was adventuring with his dad. So he'll survive.
Question. Phelan, how are you resting your head on a barrel? Are you standing while sleeping?
He can do that.
Okay.
First of all, I do want you to make a strength check for me
All right.
as you attempt to lift up the barrel, and then give me one moment because I'm lovely people of the internet. I'm trying to eat dinner at the moment, and I need to make sure that I'm actually eating something I'm supposed to be eating. Give me 1 second.
15.
Ugh. How is chat?
Yeah, how is chat?
Chat is me and Red yelling at each other.
I
Want my
know.
barrel back.
I'm just thinking that I know for a fact that we had bedrolls and tents for everybody.
We had bedrolls for everyone. Remember, I never went to that. I never went to that
No.
side of the building.
You didn't. Chris?
Oh wait, I did pick up a bedroll.
I'm pretty sure that you need to go back and watch that episode to know what all you should have there. Because I kept a bedroll for myself and a tent holds 2 people, which meant someone else needed to hold a tent.
Well, we can't really put a tent in a kitchen.
No, we don't need a tent right now. I'm just saying, when we were gathering things, those are the things that we gathered. I put everything else in there. It's just there was no need for me to carry around 2 tents.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure I offered it up to somebody else.
Well, only one other person was on that
I'm
side.
pretty sure Chris was on that side with me.
Oh yeah, I was.
But he has to have taken it. That's the thing.
He took it. I just don't think he put it in his inventory. But it's okay. I'm just waiting for the sign that I can hit the long rest button and not be exhausted too.
No, the funny thing is I'm a sorcerer and I haven't used a single sorcery point yet.
Hi.
What's that noise?
Hi.
My mom was being my mom, and I was being myself back. Okay. For the 15, you're able to pick up the barrel and move it to whatever corner you want to sleep in. You're able to pick it up and move it. And is there anything else you all want to do before Lemon can hit that button?
Okay, I will say I am stupid because I did look back. I did pick up a bedroll. So
And you just didn't put it in your inventory?
So give me my barrel back.
Hey, some people need something to put their head on.
A barrel?
I mean, other than the whole floor?
But a barrel.
That's what a bedroll is for. Bedroll is for.
It's just the roll. It's not a pillow.
So you put the bedroll as the pillow.
Then you have nothing to lay on but the floor.
We don't need anything to lay on but the floor. Anyway, I'm asleep.
Okay, but is there anything else anyone want to do before we officially everyone does it?
No, we go to sleep now. We sleep now.
Good night, everyone.
Okay. Let me do something really quickly. Okay. Okay. Everyone takes a long rest. You are
Yay!
now at full hit points. All status conditions are cleared, I believe.
And I get all my spells back.
Yes, everyone's spells are back.
I get 9 hit points. I get 1 hit dice, rage, and 1 level exhaustion back. Long rest
Long rest.
because
Okay.
I
And
had
you-
food.
And if you all hit that long rest button, I can update your pages. Okay, there's one.
Did it fix it?
There's two.
I did it.
I'm still waiting on Lemon. I'm still waiting on Noble's
hit-
page. There's three.
I hit it. I'll take it. I'll click on it again. Do I have to click on the button
Yeah.
again?
For you, it's not coming up like you did a long rest.
Yeah, it's
For some
not doing
reason.
anything. Let
Press
me refresh.
long rest and then make sure you're confirming.
I did. I did. Long rest. Take long rest. Oh, there. I think it worked now. Yes,
All
it
right,
worked now.
and just to let you know, even though you did take a long rest, Noble is at exhaustion level 1 now.
I'm still slightly exhausted.
Yes, but you have had some sleep. You go from level 2 exhaustion to level 1 exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you mark that accordingly.
Yeah, it's on there.
And let's do like what I always like to do. Everyone make me a basic D20 roll, but I'm going to have Noble do it roll 2, and I want you to
Yeah.
take it at disadvantage because you are exhausted to see what the order is that you all wake up by.
19.
19.
14.
Okay.
Is this a flat check?
Just number 9.
Flat check. 9.
I'm the last one to wake up. I got a 5.
I
Okay.
rolled a 14 and a 19.
Well, you got the 14. So
Yeah, I know. But I'm like, I actually rolled well.
you did. I'm proud of you. So the waking up order is Zato, Noble, Phelan, and then Jahan. So, Zato, as you are the first one to wake up, what are you gonna do?
Nothing, because, well, I can't go anywhere because the door is barricaded. I'm just going to sit up. Just look around.
Okay,
Stare at
make a
my barrel that
perception
was
check for
stolen
me.
from me. Perception 10.
Okay. Okay. Noble, what are you gonna do when you wake up?
I am going to pack up my stuff and play with
Okay,
gifts.
you're gonna- Of course, the baby.
Because I don't need to
Gif
look
is
around.
acting-
Because there's nothing to look around for.
Yeah. Gif is acting extra playful this morning,
Aww.
being just the cute little bean that they are. Next up is Phelan. Phelan, what do you do as you wake up?
Phelan just looks around and he's like, "Oh right, there's no one around to make me breakfast."
Mm-hmm.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, he says that out loud.
I'm gonna find something and throw it at him.
I must give him that side eye. Like, did you
I'm
really just
gonna-
say that?
Is there like something like small on the ground?
Throw Gift's toy
Give
at
me an
him.
investigation check.
Almost like I want to throw my shoe at him, but I don't think I'm wearing shoes.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, poop. Well, that's unfortunate. That would be a 3.
There's nothing in your immediate area that you can throw at him.
Can
Then
I
throw
do
my
it?
shoe at it. Then I throw my shoe at him.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. This is the time as a dungeon master where I have to figure out what thing would come to that. Make a D20 roll for me, just flat.
Another 3.
Another 3.
I'm not-
It
I'm not trying to hit. Like I'm, like you know how like they throw like the thing at them. Where it doesn't matter if it
Mhm.
hits him or not. It's the effect of like.
I mean, the thing is, you attempt to throw it, but you are still so exhausted that when you try to fling your shoe, it doesn't go as far as you want it to, and he's like, I don't know, where actually, Phelan, where are you? Are you posted up close to Nomal in the room, or farther away from Nomal in the room?
Further away.
Further
No,
away?
no,
So
no.
if-
How? No. You
Wouldn't
can't
I
say
be
that
further
Yeah, we're-
now.
Wouldn't
I
I
mean,
be further
where?
away?
No, where did you? We didn't actually go over where everyone
Yeah,
was going
Red
to
said he
go.
was at. Zato said he was at the barrels.
Yeah, next to the barrels.
Noel didn't say where she
Oh.
was.
I said
Oh,
I walked
wait.
into the room and I laid down and went to sleep.
Yeah, but where?
Oh
I
yeah, I
didn't go very
didn't.
far in the room.
Oh yeah, I didn't really
I'm
address
guessing
like,
it's near the. I'm guessing it's like at the crate in the corner of the room. You just sat in front of it.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
saying.
he's at the barrels. I'm probably just like where those lights are on the top of the room, not the far
okay.
top up left corner, but like right around the corner. Not in the hallway. That'd be silly.
Yeah.
I like that we're making all these calculations just so Lemon can throw a shoe at Chris. Like,
Yes, of course. This is what D&D is all about.
Yeah, this is what D&D is.
Either
I see
way,
that now.
Nomal attempts to throw the shoe, and it's basically like the trajectory. It immediately like goes up in the air and then immediately it comes crashing down. But it makes like a thud noise, and that's when Jahan wakes up.
Jahan just like lifts his head, looks out, it just shakes his head, and then literally sits up, gets off the bed pad, and doesn't even roll it back up, just kind of shoves it in his pack, and then he walks over to the little spit and sets the bottle underneath on fire with produce flame. So now at
And
least
as you do that, it
that's all.
basically just lights up. And now the room has a bit of light to it besides just the random candles laying about.
Oh, now that everybody's awake,
Yes.
I feel that. Well, is it light outside first? Like, is it morning?
There are no windows in this room right now.
Well,
So
I
you
feel
really
like
can't tell.
correct, but I feel because I don't feel exhausted as exhausted anymore. That it's been about 8 hours.
Actually, make a survival check for me,
Just Lemon or all of us?
Lemon.
Dice, don't fail me. I actually have +3 in survival. 10. Or 9.
So you slept for a decent amount of time. But on the other hand, you still feel somewhat exhausted. So you believe the amount of time you had to sleep is around 6 to 8 hours. But you don't quite know because there's no window to check.
Gotcha. All right. Well, crew, let's head on out of here. I feel like now's the time to push forward and let's go back into the city, town, whatever it is.
Jahan literally just points at is literally like, really? And points at the barrel that's still sitting at the door. You're gonna have to move it.
Yeah, go to move the barrel.
Make a strength check for me.
7.
7.
7.
You are able. How do you move this? Oh wait, 7.
7. I still have to roll
Oh, buddy.
disadvantage.
Oh right. Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a
So
5.
So how do you attempt to pick this up?
I don't want to pick it up. I want to knock it over and let it roll.
It's
How do you attempt to do it?
I want to like push it over.
And you try, but your arms kind of feel a bit like jelly right now. So as you try to push it forward, it doesn't quite budge. And you just feel the liquids like sloshing around inside of the barrel.
If I use the door as leverage, can I roll not at disadvantage?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
I do nothing.
What's the roll?
No, I rolled a nat 1. And a 17. Like,
Okay.
one dice is amazing and one dice is absolute poop. And it doesn't matter, because the dice keep changing.
So with a natural 1, you again attempt to push it over. But as you're pushing, as you're like pushing forward and you're trying to use all your strength, you feel like a pain suddenly jolt through your left hand and like your left wrist
Awesome.
as you pull away. And I am going to have you take 2 points of damage
Well, I found my team doesn't help me.
as you just kind of hurt your wrist by
You
overexerting
didn't ask
it.
for help.
yeah. You're also classified as the
You're just-
leader. Where's the?
I'm sorry. I said let's go, and nobody went to the door to help me with the barrel.
Did she say let's go?
I said let's go.
You did say let's go.
Go to the city.
But
And
no
I
one-
pointed at
no
the
one-
barrel.
Said there's a barrel.
Since technically you were asleep before I put the barrel there.
Yes, why? Yes. Correct. So I went to go move the barrel. But even after I failed once, nobody said, "Hey, why don't we help him out?"
That's
That's a bit
actually
metagaming. No.
No, because you can physically see the fact that I tried to push the barrel and it didn't move.
Yes, but my character, John, doesn't care.
Alrighty. Let's get back to
Anyway,
the game. Noble
someone else
tries,
needs to move the
noble
barrel.
fails. Noble tries, Noble sprains her wrist a little bit. Actually, Noble, do you make a reaction to you hurting your wrist?
No. Because Noma wouldn't react.
Can I do a what do I do? Like I want to like see if I can notice like our perception check, see if like she hurt herself.
For that, because she's giving no indication, give me Red, give me an insight check. Lemon, give me a deception check.
Oh, and I still have to roll a disadvantage.
14.
So,
Yep,
question.
14.
Question. If they notice, would they also notice that I can't move the barrel?
Yeah. Probably.
Probably, yeah.
That's an 10.
That's a 10?
Deception. Yeah, I rolled a 10
Okay.
because I have
So
disadvantage.
I'm gonna ask you this. Because Red rolled a 14, he can see through Noble's disguise. But I'm going to let you, as the player, tell us. At this exact moment, what has a 10 as like a 14 would give again. It's you figure out in your mind how much you want to give away. But what like shows through Noble's like expression, even just for like a tiniest bit of a second, as she tries and fails to move this barrel.
I think it'd be more frustration than actual injury. Simply because, like, I understand that he can perceive that. However, with her history and being in a family like she is, she's going to have dealt with a lot of injuries. So I don't even know if Noma would realize that they're injured, is what I'm saying.
Okay. So just a brief bit of frustration shows on Noble's face.
Yeah.
So, Zato, that's what you see. Just a brief bit of, like, frustration through Noble's face as she tries to push this, and then... Noble, do you slightly pull back when your wrist starts to hurt, or no? You're just still trying?
I'm probably still trying, because again, I probably don't even realize that I hurt my wrist.
Okay. So, Zato, that's what you see.
Okay, so I myself am absolutely not gonna push the barrel because I'm at disadvantage with that. So
Why are you at
Well, you're not at
disadvantage?
disadvantage. You're not at disadvantage. You just have a negative.
-1, yeah. Can I smack it with something?
You can still try.
What do you want to
No.
smack it with?
Well, first thing first, I want to get up and like ask almost like back up away from the barrel.
See, Noma almost wants to rage just to push the stupid barrel down.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
I could rage 3 times.
No.
Raging this time would still put you at exhaustion too.
No, it would not. Nope. Only
No,
if I
what
frenzy.
It's the frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
Only if I
Frenzies.
frenzy. Raging doesn't do that. It's only if I frenzy and then when I leave. Noma is going to try the barrels again.
Okay, one more time. Pull your checks.
Okay.
Because Noma is stubborn. And thinks that they have to do everything on their own.
One more time.
I rolled a 2.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
budging. The pain. I'm also gonna say the pain starts to settle in just a tiny bit more. It's a tiny bit more noticeable, and you take 1 more point of damage.
Oh my god.
Oh. And that's when Phelan steps in. He's like, okay, I'll help.
No. I got it. I got this. What is
Are you-
in said barrel, may I ask?
It is some sort of liquid. You have not tested it to find out.
I want to look inside. I want to. Can I look? Is there
Do
any?
you have
Ooh.
crowbar to push it open, or
Wait, could I like use a dagger to like just poke it like at the top?
okay? I want to specify to you earlier. I did say there are like little spouts at the bottom that you can easily just like move it forward to open it, and just let a little liquid spill out.
Let's do that.
But yes, if you want to poke it open with a dagger, be my guest.
No,
Tell
let's
me.
do that. Let's do that, and then just like look what's inside.
Okay. So you let like a tiny bit of liquid out, and it pours onto the ground, and it looks to be like a reddish color.
Oh, that's concerning.
What does it smell like?
Yeah, what does it smell?
Make it a. Should I go perception or should I go make an investigation check for me? Whoever's looking at the liquid right now.
Give me a normal.
Can I do it just by smell from the back, from behind them?
You can do it by smell.
I'll roll at disadvantage since I'm only
20.
using
What
one sight.
Yeah.
What did you? What am I rolling? Perception.
Roll an investigation.
I rolled 20.
Actually, no. If okay, first of all, Red, did you just roll a natural 20?
I don't know what that means.
So it means
Is
that
the
your
di-
die
is
is
the dice
20.
a 20?
No.
Or with your added things?
What's your ad for investigation? You don't have an ad for investigation.
So that makes it a natural 20.
Mm.
Now, if you had an
I-
ad and it hit 20,
Are
it would
you
be a
rolling
dirty.
dice or not?
I'm rolling on the D&D Beyond
Online.
thing. Yes.
So I can
Right.
see his rolls.
Because I don't understand everything. Sorry, people.
You just
No, it's
you're fine. You
fine.
got a nat 20. You got a nat 20. I'm just telling you. I
Yes.
can
Is
see
it
your rolls.
Is it investigation or
On
perception?
investigation. In investigation.
Sick.
Yeah, I rolled investigation.
I hate you in investigation because I have a -1 in investigation, but I have a
Stop trying
+1
to
in perception.
investigate.
I want to perceive
Okay, well-
things.
Okay, well here's my question. Are you actively just looking at it, or are you trying to investigate what the hell it is?
I'm smelling the air.
So you're okay, never mind. You're perceiving things. Make a perception check for me.
8.
Never mind. Not any better. Jahan, what was yours? Okay, are you trying to perceive it or are you trying to investigate it from
I'm
that far away? I'm guessing
smelling.
you're perceiving.
I'm smelling it.
So make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So, Normal, you're trying to smell it as well, right?
Yes.
You really can't perceive a smell at the moment
Okay.
because your head's still. You have like that type of exhaustion where your head's kind of like a little fuzzy and it's like messing up your nostrils a little bit.
Mhm.
Jahan,
Mm-hmm.
you smell a bit of iron in the air. It's like a brief whiff. Zato.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
You
Oh, I know what this is now.
You investigate it and you look like a little bit closer. And that reddish color is a dark reddish color. And it's kind of
good.
pooling. And
Oh.
you get like a whiff of it and it smells of iron. And actually,
What is?
how queasy would young Zato be?
That's a great question. Never thought about that.
Well, I'm gonna need you to make a con check because you just got a whole sniff of that.
A what check?
Con
Okay.
saving throw.
Okay. Oh, dang. Alright, 4.
Oh, buddy.
I'm dead, aren't I?
No, you're not
just
dead.
sick.
You smell it, and you're looking at it, and your brain realizes what it is, and you feel the bile coming up your throat.
And that's a wrap, folks. Zato's dead.
and you're not dead, but you feel like you're actively, as you're thinking about it, you are throwing up.
Ew.
Yep.
And with that, Jahan just says, screw this, and he'll just reach around all of them with Mage Hand and pick the barrel up out from the area.
You have mage hands?
Yes, I have Mage Hand.
Can Mage Hand pick up something like that?
Yes.
I should know this.
Mage
Okay,
Hand
let me
can
look.
Mage Hand is just a disembodied, like, almost like a magic hand that can pick
Oh,
up
I
the
don't have a
same.
weight limit.
It has the weight limit of your character. Your character's weight limit of lifting is the Mage Hand's. Is Mage Hand.
Jahan is a horrible
Right?
brother.
Let me look. You control the up in hand. You can.
One action.
You can
From
your
30 feet away.
Hand can attack, activate magic areas, or carry more than 10 pounds. I would say it's less than 10 pounds. Okay, so you're able to pick up the what? What does your mage hand look like? Because this is the first time you're using it.
It's basically a like it looks. It's like a almost like how Jahan's hair is, just very strong in flames, but it's like a It looks like a giant dragon's hand, like just
Okay.
claws and everything, and it just picks it up.
And as it's able to pick it up, and a bit of the blood kind of like drips down the spout as it's lifted up like so suddenly. And what are you gonna do with that?
I'm pulling
What are you
it
gonna do with
out from the hallway and like just kind of putting it behind us all, like to the off away from us all, so we can get through.
Okay, so I would say you put it back near like the rest of the barrels, just not on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you
You're
put it to
telling
the
me
side.
that barrel was less than 10 pounds?
I mean,
Okay.
the blood came out. A little bit of
As
blood came out, so it had to have lost some weight.
As a child, how much do you perceive yourself picking up at that age?
As a child, my bedroll is 7 pounds.
And did you have a hard time with that?
No!
Well, you're also exhausted.
No, I'm saying in game, my bedroll is 7 pounds.
Oh.
Yes, but you still have to move
Yes.
liquid. Liquid 7 pounds is quite different from a straight 7-pound item, because the weight
Correct.
is not distributed right.
Correct. But no, I'm just saying, I mean, that's fine. I'm just thinking, I didn't realize it was that light.
It was. You're just having a hard
It's-
time because you are.
Yeah, because I'm looking at, okay, so just for reference, guys, the weight Normal is carrying is 127 pounds.
We don't talk about
We're
I
not-
don't use encumbrance here.
Yeah, correct. But I'm just looking at individual things, and it's like, oh, okay. Like my healer's kits are 9 pounds.
We don't use encumbrance. Who uses encumbrance? Also, hi Barbie. But yes, getting back to this. So you're able to pick up the barrel, move it away. The doorway is now open. Bit of barf in the hallway. Other than that, you guys are fine. So what
Right.
is going?
We're
What are you guys
leaving.
gonna do from there?
Yes, we are going through the door.
We're leaving.
Yeah, we're going through the door.
Everyone
I'm
goes through the
dying.
door. You're not dying.
You're not dying. And I said it in character. You're not dying. Man up.
Listen, you already know Zato's paranoid. He's gonna say something like that.
And I'm telling you to man up.
Mm.
It's not the first it's not the first set of blood you're gonna see.
And as you all make your way outside, The fresh air, you guys finally get a whiff of fresh air after being in that building for like the night, and you guys just breathe in and breathe out fresh air, and it takes you you guys going back to town?
Yes.
So it takes you about like 15-ish minutes to walk back. And as you make it out, you are back in the U-shaped town. You are starting on the right side. And you can see people actively like walking about, carrying like bags full of stuff. Yeah, bags full of stuff, satchels full of stuff. People are holding like flowers in their hands as they're just making their way through town towards like the back end. Some people are like staring out at the water, just breathing it all in. And there's some kids playing in the middle of town near the pond. But what did you all want to do?
I would like to go from building to building and find out what they all are.
Okay. Is everyone following normal?
I follow normal.
Yeah.
Do we have a choice in the matter?
From a slight
I mean, you
distance
can do
back.
whatever you want.
From a slight
I
distance
mean,
back.
we can divide and conquer and go to all the different places and just call out what they are.
No. I think it's best we stay together.
That's fine. I just want to update my map.
And as you walk around, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 buildings in the U shape. So we're going to go all of them. Yes, you know what 2 of them are. So going from right around to the left, the first shop looks to be like a tailor's shop where you can get clothes. After that is a leather working shop where it looks like they do stuff again with leather. After that, the blacksmith shop. After that, it looks to be like a general adventurer store. After that is the clock tower in the middle of town. After that is going to be an inn/tavern. Other side is going to be a jeweler's. Besides that, it's going to be a magic and arcane store. Next one's going to be a bookstore. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have the clock tower, and then next to the clock tower is the inn, right?
Inn and tavern, yes.
And then the jewelers.
Then the jewelers.
And then the stable?
No.
Oh, you said the stable was the bottom left corner.
There's still more stores. You said there was 11.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 3 more on the other side of the stable.
No, the stable's at the far end, like at the bottom.
Yeah, we pulled up the map.
11. Okay. So at the middle is the tavern. Going from the left, there is a jeweler's, there is a magic and arcane store, then there is a bookstore, then there is a pet store, then there's the stables.
So stable is the bottom right corner.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I know. Bottom.
You said bottom left.
Yes, I'm looking at this. That is my left. I'm holding up an else. I will send a picture. It's not going to be pretty.
So okay, so across from the clothing store is what? Directly across from it.
Taylor stable.
So right across from the tailor is the stable. Okay, so the stable is the bottom right. Okay. So they had the jewelry store.
I'm sending a very crappy picture and
Well, you can
in
just
here,
So you have the pet stores across from the leatherworking. What is across from the blacksmith?
Bookstore.
Books. Okay, and then finally, across from the adventuring store is
Magic and arcane.
magic. Okay, I don't care about magic.
Okay,
Okay,
that's what it looks
we
like.
just had this. We just had the stable in the wrong spot. Apologies. Okay, that's the difference. So your map is different than is a different orientation than my map. That's pinned in the channel. So that's where the confusion is.
Because you had your map. Oh, it is. That's my fault. Look at it from the side then.
Yeah, but that's where we're getting the difference in the bottom left, bottom right.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's the reason.
Cause that's the way
That's
I
fine.
drew it initially because we came in from the road and whatnot, and that's why I had the clock tower there. But it's all good. We
Oh,
got it
we're-
all solved.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So yes. Once again, over the shops. From the bottom U shape. So tailor,
Yes.
leatherwork, blacksmith, adventurer, clock tower, inn/tavern, jeweler, magic/arcane, bookstore, pet store, stable.
Okay. So, Nomo would like to go. Well, Nomo wants to go to the adventure store first.
Let's do this. Does everyone want to split up and go to different shops, or do you all want to go to the same shops together?
Actually, Phelan is eyeing the bookstore right now.
That's fine. So Phelan's eyeing the bookstore, and Noble is eyeing the adventure store. What else are you guys looking at?
So what other? Remind me what stores are again? Sorry, like
So,
Once again, I will do this fast. Starting at the bottom right-hand corner, tailor, leather worker, blacksmith, adventurer. Then there's the clock tower, the inn/tavern, a jeweler's, a magic and arcane store, a bookstore, a pet store, and the stables.
Magic and Arcane store.
That's where you
Jahan
wanna go?
starts seeing like Phelan and Zato walking not the same way as Nomel, and just pushes them both towards the adventure because none of us have healing or anything to actually adventure properly. And literally just goes, "We're getting stuff to adventure. Let's go."
And that's why I'm going there first. And if they don't have healing potions, we're going to the magic store.
Exactly. He's like not
'Cause I
taking
don't know
no
what-
for an answer. He just shoves them both towards the.
Also, point of order.
Adventure.
I don't remember. I don't think this is relevant. I do not remember exactly what all pet stuff I have for gift. I'm assuming I have everything I need. So like I might stop
Food.
there like
Pet-
for food, but if I don't stop at the pet
Pet-
store, that's why.
Pet, if I remember correctly, I let you have like the same amount of rations that you do for human food. I gave
I know how much
a
rations.
little
I just
bed and a little bit of toys.
yeah, but I didn't add that to my inventory because I don't think it's that like huge of an issue. I'm just saying that if for people listening out there, I'm not ignoring GIF. It's just if I go to the pet store, it will only be to get food. This doesn't need anything else.
Hmm.
So, because I did look up and I couldn't find it, but it's okay. I know I have like a crate for them and stuff like that. But anyway, adventure store.
Yeah,
Let me get a
and
new sticky note out.
Jahan pushed Zato and Phelan towards it. Like, he's not letting them move
Okay.
away from it.
Adventure store. So you guys go in, and you are greeted with a woman that has like light blue skin and hair that is sort of pulled up into a bun, but it looks to be somewhat dripping down her face. It looks like it's made somewhat of water, like Jahan and Zato's hair is made of fire. And she is just walking around the store at the moment, wiping her hands on her apron and just fixing things in place.
Okay. I'm gonna go up and talk to her.
Alrighty. Oh, hello there. Is there anything I can help you all with today?
Yes. So we have been tasked on some important mission adventure, I guess, and we're just wanting to look around and see what you might have.
Alrighty.
Specifically, we're looking for healing potions.
Oh. Unfortunately, I don't have any healing potions in my shop. I do have healer's kits, if that is what you're in the realm for.
Not entirely, but what else do you have in the store?
Well, what exactly are you looking for?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I don't have on me. Anything that you think would be good for an up and coming adventure to have on hand that you feel would be the most important thing to have if you're going on an adventure.
Well, in my opinion, a good thing to have would be a healer's kit, obviously, in case you guys don't have anyone that could heal. Some rations, stuff to keep it in, like a bag. A few torches, just in case you need to see, or a lantern that could also work. A water skin to at least keep something to drink in. And a map to show the lay of the land.
Okay. So I'm going to look at my entire party and say, okay, if you do not have those things, please go and get them.
Also, before I forget, also like a blanket and a bedroll.
Okay, yes.
Also good.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have a bedroll.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say to the party, okay, aside from the map, if you do not have at least one of those items, because I personally feel that we all need one, like I feel that everyone should have a healer's kit. That way we can all heal. So, make sure you have a healer's kit, rations. If you don't already have a backpack, grab a backpack. Get you a couple torches or a lantern, your choice. Make sure you have a water skin. And then a blanket and a bedroll. I'll take care of making sure we have a map. Go search and go find. And I'm gonna say to the lady, ma'am, do you have where can I find the map at?
Oh, and she's going to like walk over to an area where they have different maps. And she's gonna go, if you want a map of everything, that's gonna be right here. And she's gonna point to something. If you want a map of our town, that's gonna be right here. If you want a map of specific like shortcuts, there's one right here. We do have specific maps from our neighboring towns, some of them, not all. So if you would like that, we can. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, we're having to travel to a few different places, so wouldn't it be nice to have a map of just like an overall map, as well as a map of where did that sticky note go? Oh, hold on. I kept them separated for a reason. They're underneath the dice. A map of Crestborn and Ethermore.
Alrighty. Let me
If
look.
you have
And
them.
she's
If you
quickly.
do not have them, it's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2d20 just to check. Okay. Alrighty. And she's going to pull out one of the main maps. She's going to pull out another map, and she's gonna pull out 3 maps. And she's gonna, okay, here is the main one. This one has all of the names of the towns and everything on it, so you'll know where to go. There's also a map of, because that's just a regular map. The one is a map of routes that you can take to go from different places, and then I only seem to have a map of. Give me a second. Not me forgetting the names of the places that you guys need to go. I only have a map of Crestborn. Unfortunately, I do not have one for Ethermore.
That's great. How much would these cost?
For each map, that would be. I need to find things. Oh, come on, I just freaking had them. Excuse me as I look through my list of stuff that I legit just had up. Come on. There was these would be about 2, 3 silver each for each.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Do you mind holding on to these so that I can make sure the rest of my friends all give what they need, and then we'll kind of.
Purchase together. You wish to purchase together with your group.
Yes. That way we make sure
Alright,
that everyone
well,
has what they need and everything's covered. And so, I also need a blanket. That is one thing that I was missing off your list of all the wonderful things that we need to have. So do you
Alrighty.
mind guiding me?
Yes. Give me just 1 second.
I really hope that the
I'm
rest of
gonna-
the party are all searching the room for their items.
I'm going
Oh,
to
he's searching already.
quickly. I'm going to make a list of what you all are buying, so I have that, and I can send it to the group later. But I also have the amount of money you spend at the shops on this list.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna go list form based on the stream setup. Okay. So maps is okay, and the blank. She's gonna pull you over to like a little area with like bedrolls and blankets, and they're different color blankets. Gonna go here. All of them are very, very soft. They are very comfortable, and I actually hand make all of them.
Oh, nice.
So just so you know, a lot of love were put into these. And they're going to be 5 silver each.
Okay. So since I'm already at the blankets, I'm just gonna grab 4 of them, all different colors.
Okay.
We'll get
What
4
colors are
different.
you going to be grabbing?
So I'm gonna grab green, red, blue, and yellow. If you
So
have those. If you
green-
don't have those, then I won't grab those 4 colors.
So green, red, yellow, and blue?
Sure.
I forgot what you said. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Those
Green,
are they
red,
they
yellow,
have
and blue.
Yes, they all have all the colors. And she's like, alrighty then. Just to let you know, this is gonna be all of those that you have in your hand right now, 20 silver.
Okay. And I holler at the group, I have the blankets. Y'all find everything else.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go to Jahan first. Jahan, what are you looking for right now?
Jahan is looking for nothing here. That isn't. He wants to make sure we have healing potions, and that is literally it. Make sure everyone has what. That's it. Because he has all the stuff he needs to say what he wants. You know, he has his bed. He has heat because he can create his own fires. He can see in the dark, so he's good.
I'm putting the list in our Discord chat of the things that I mentioned y'all getting.
Next up is gonna be Zeta.
Zeta was not holding any kind of like healing, so probably the I'm not good with names. I'm gonna be very clear.
Healer's
The
kit.
healer's kit.
Healer's kit. Yeah.
Okay. The
Also,
woman
how much
is
is
going
this?
to.
Is this?
The woman's
There's
gonna
the
walk
list of
away.
things I suggested.
Okay. Yeah, I want a healer's kit.
The woman who is helping Noble is gonna walk up over to you. Do you need help?
Yeah, I'd like to know how much the healer's kit is.
The healer's kits are just gonna be over here, and she's gonna lead you to them. And she's gonna go here, and that is going to be 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces. And how much?
5
Like how
gold.
much? How much are there? Like, am I looking at?
How much?
Like,
Do you want
how
to know
many?
what comes in the healer's?
It has 10
There
uses.
How many?
is
10 uses.
10 uses. Each
Yes.
kit. So the healer's kit it's a leather pouch containing bandages, salves, and splints. The kit has 10 uses. As an action, you could expend 1 use of the kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a wisdom check, without making a medicine check.
I'll take 3.
So
4.
you'll take 4.
There you have 10 uses each.
10 uses each. You never know.
Okay.
And they're only
Okay.
5.
That's fine, but I already have 3. And when I see him grabbing on them, I'm gonna say to him, I only said you needed 1.
You still gonna take them?
I'm gonna take 2 this time, not 4.
Gonna take 2? Okay.
2.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And is that all? Do you need
Um,
help with anything else?
No, I think I'm good for now.
Okay. And then Phelan, do you need anything?
Yes, Phelan is going to grab a healer's kit, some rations, and I think a lantern would be more his style, and a water skin.
So 1 healer's kit. 5. Okay, so say that one more time. A healer's kit, some rations. How many rations?
Okay, what's the maximum number of rations he could?
Currently on the shelf, it looks like they have 50 stacks of rations. Because rations are only for 1 day.
Okay, probably say because I think he already has some in his backpack. I'll just take 5 stacks.
So 5 rations.
Mhm.
A lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you want a bullseye lantern or a hooded lantern? A bullseye lantern can cast a bright light in a 60-foot cone and dim light for an additional 60 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours on a flask / 1 pint of oil. And hooded casts a bright light of in 30 feet radius and a dim light for an additional 30 feet. And it burns for 6 hours once again on a thing of oil. And as an action, you can lower the hood, reducing the light to a dim light in a 5-foot radius. So which would you rather have?
Bullseye lantern.
Bullseye, and you would also need to get some oil for that.
Okay, and also a water skin.
Okay, water, skin. And how much oil did you want to get?
How much oil can he? Has okay. Probably enough oil to last him a week.
Give me 1 sec. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, I have to look for something really fast. Okay. That's not the book I'm looking for. This is the book I'm looking for. Okay, give me all 1 minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
I think I'm gonna get something else.
So
Or
Give me
some
1
things
second.
else.
Try to get
So
other
we're just-
things. Give
We're
me a
just
moment.
looking. So going to the list, I mean, everyone has everything they need? Like, but I will also say that I have a lantern in my inventory, but it doesn't say I need anything for it.
What type of lantern do you have?
I have a hooded lantern
Okay.
that I found on somebody. Oh, it does say on a
Right.
pint of oil.
That means do you also need oil? Did you want to get oil?
Probably. I just assumed that when I picked it up from the person, it had at least. But it burns for 6 hours on a single pint of oil.
Yes.
Interesting.
So with that one, I would say since you picked up one I would say that one already has
I actually
a thing
picked
of
up
oil
2.
in it.
I actually have 2 of them.
Each one would
Apparently.
have a thing of oil already
Yeah.
in it.
Perfect.
But
I'm not
unless
gonna
you want to
worry
get
about oil.
more.
I'm not gonna worry about oil because I also have 10 torches.
Okay, and then okay, Chris, that's all you wanted for now.
Okay, I do have a bedroll and actually throw in a blanket.
I
No,
bought the
already got the
blankets.
blankets,
Oh,
unless you
Noble
want
already got-
another blanket.
No, it's fine. Yeah, that's everything because I already have a backpack.
Okay, and Zeta, what else did you want?
Probably just a bedroll because I don't have one. And
bedroll?
maybe
Okay.
in rations. Yeah.
Okay, how many rations did you want?
How many should I get? I don't really.
That's
know.
up to you. Each ration is for a day.
I'll take 3 then.
3 rations. And
The bedroll and then the healer's kit.
you said 2 healer's kits, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So is that all?
Yep. Pretty sure I already have a
Okay,
backpack.
everyone else is good
Yep.
for that at the moment?
Yes. So,
Okay.
Miss, how much do we owe you?
Okay. If you are doing it all together, give me 1 moment so I can look up conversions. D&D currency conversion. This is something I should have looked up earlier. Okay.
So would you like to know the conversions? One
Nope, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got
Okay.
it. I got it.
I was
I
like,
got it.
it tells us in our character thing if we click on our money.
Okay. So, well, shut up. Okay. Currently, red is at 11 gold and 1 silver. Normal is at 29 silver. And Chris is at
Oh, yeah, 29.
22 gold and 7 silver.
Oh, I didn't mean to just remove 16. Oh no, I could add 16 now. Okay, I have handed over 29 silver.
Okay, remove that from your inventory. I mean,
Just
remove that from your stuff and add your stuff to your inventory. So you
We'll work
got
on
3
that.
maps. I'll make sure you add stuff to it later. Who wants to be the next to pay me?
Okay, so how much was it again?
For you, 22 gold pieces and 7 silver.
All right, let me remove that.
World map. Route map.
I just
just
lost
adding
a
them as-
pistol. I just lost a pistol? That's the wrong saying. I just lost a pencil. Ew.
Pistol, huh?
Add to big.
Like I have one, I'm scared of them. There's my pencil. Okay, there it is.
And
Okay.
press.
So Chris, did you pay me out?
I'm working on removing the gold.
Okay, and then Zato, you give me
Yep.
11 gold pieces and 1 silver.
Alright.
If you need me to do it for you, just tell me, okay?
Got it. I'm pretty sure I got it. I hope.
Let me
Add
redo
to
your
backpack.
I don't know if you
blankets
did or
been
not.
added.
Oh, I don't have any silver
Map.
pieces. Oh.
They're probably all in your.
Oh, you could just you could just convert your gold.
Yeah.
So how much would that be?
Look at
If you, at the bottom, I think if you still take out stuff, I think it will auto convert it for you.
Yeah.
yeah, I would just give you the change.
So when you go into your currency, you just put in 11 GP and then 1 SP and then you just click remove.
Remove.
Again, if you need help, just
Yeah,
tell me.
it said fail to remove.
Failed
Okay.
to remove. Okay. Let me do it from yours then. Okay. So okay, then just take out. So then you're gonna have 200. Make your gold 299 and make your silver 10 overall, and then take out your stuff.
Can I say that again, please?
Make your gold
Mm-hmm.
from 300 to 299,
Mm-hmm.
and then make your silver from 0 to 10, and then take out the stuff.
Got it. All right. Good. All right. Right now.
Okay, and just tell me when you've taken it out, and I'm checking everyone's gold totals.
I took it out. You can believe me.
All right. Done.
Okay. Checking. I'm watching all of you. Okay. And
That's
normal?
not creepy at all.
I don't have to touch nothing, so I'm good.
I was gonna make a like
Okay.
a little movie quote reference, but I don't think people would get it.
What kind of reference? I'd like to know.
And your stats,
She's
and your
a
totals.
she's the man reference.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen it. It's just been a while.
Make the
It's not
reference.
the
I need to see if
it's
I
not-
remember it.
the whole like he sees you through the window. Because
Okay,
there's a scene where like
so-
they're just staring through the window, and there's like the little song they're saying like, "Oh, I wasn't gonna make the reference."
It took me a minute to take it out because math is stupid.
That's always stupid. That's why it took me a while to get.
That's
the color
why I separated all my stuff beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but everything is good. Everything got taken out of your accounts and added in, so you're good. And she's gonna go, unless I can help you with anything else. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
And I asked her, I go, "Do you know where we would be able to find actual healing potions?" Because healer
Healing
kits are great, but
potions?
sometimes we kind of need like a little bit more of a boost.
Healing potions would just be across the way at the magic shop, the arcane shop.
Thank you very much for your time.
Of course, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Bye, madam.
Bye.
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 Jahan
You
just
leave.
walks out. Jahan's like the first one to walk
Bye.
out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, and here he goes. Goodbye. And now you're all back out in the town. Where you guys want to go next?
Magic and arcane.
Yep.
Magic.
Abracadabra.
And all of you guys make your way over there. And you enter the store. And okay, you enter the store and you see a man there. This time with red skin. And his hair is up in flames as he adjusts his glasses and adjusts his work shirt as he's working on what seems to be a potion behind a counter. And there's two very opposite sides to the store. One of them seems to be regular, like your run-of-the-mill arcane items, and the other side seems to be all potions and vials. So what do you guys do when you come in?
I'm gonna go up and talk to the guy.
And he's currently like very focused on his project. And let me see something. Oh. And as soon as you approach the counter, he quickly just puts something inside of like a vial inside of another vial, and you see like the liquid turn from like this blackish color to like a vibrant gold as he looks up and goes, "Oh, didn't see you there." As he adjusts his glasses and stands up and like dusts himself off it. "Hello, welcome in. Did you need help with
Hi.
anything today?" "Hello."
So me and my friends, I've been put on this adventure, and we're trying to make sure that we all don't die. So,
Oh.
we were looking for
You're
some healing potions.
Your children.
We are, but we're kind of experienced. Or at least I have experience.
Already? Well, take a look around my shop if there's anything that I can help you with particularly finding.
Do you have any recommendations of things that you think would be good to always have on hand when you're adventuring?
Well, from my store specifically, if you have any magic users, an arcane focus is always good to have. Anyone who uses components in their spells, a component pouch with some stuff in it. Spell book. I do have some tools and kits if you guys want to make your own stuff. And some potions would be good, or some less kind things would also be good. Depends. I do have like anti-toxins if you need something along that line. Some poisons, some acid, healing potions, what have you.
Jahan walks closer and just goes, healing.
Healing. Alright.
Healing.
So I have healing potions over here, and he's gonna direct you to like the potions wall, and there are like a few potions that are like settled on a shelf, and they're glowing like a pinkish color. It's like those are the healing potions. I do have to warn you, they are a bit how should I put this? A bit expensive. And he's just gonna look you all up and down for your. I don't know your price range, but they are expensive.
I'm gonna ask it. Do you know many adventurers?
I know a few. Yes, why?
Do you know many that look like us? And literally, I point at me and Zato.
And as you say that, JD, you have just opened up a can of worms. So I'm gonna tell you now. If he rolls a 0, if he rolls a 1, I'm just rolling this naturally. If he rolls a 1, he doesn't know you guys at all.
Mm-hmm.
From a 2 to an 8, he feels like he recognizes the two of you, but can't put a finger on it.
Uh-huh.
If it is a 9 to a 14, he recognizes you from your father, and your father did some very atrocious things to his wife behind his back. And if it's from a 15 to a 19, he knows who your father is. Nothing bad happened to the wife. And if it's a natural 20, we will see where it goes.
Do we really want
And
to
when
do
I
this
say
still?
when I
Yes,
say
yes,
bad to the
yes.
wife, I meant I'm making this short. When I said bad to the wife, I meant that the wife cheated on this man with him.
Yeah.
And nothing bad, like he just cheated on.
Yes.
Didn't get
Right, it's
nothing,
already happened. We can't backtrack. Because
Yep.
I was gonna flash my coin.
Yep. Do it. Do it.
So
Do it. Because
Are
he's
you ready?
he's a fire genasi, it makes sense to have me and
oh boy,
What was it? What was
you
it?
guys got a 12.
Ah!
So he's gonna go, oh. You look a bit like Corrali.
Yeah, he is my
You-
douchebag of a father.
Oh. And he, like, I'm gonna ask. There's a slight shift of emotion on his face as he goes from, like, somewhat friendly to being, like, kind of closed off now. And just, like, now fidgeting with his hands a bit. And go, oh. Yes, I know you're a douchebag of a father.
Oh, don't treat us like kids.
You don't want me to treat you like children.
No.
Unless the prices are
Okay.
cheaper.
Oh. Each potion of healing will cost 100 gold.
That's highway robbery.
And quite literally, Jahan just produces flame in his hand.
He's
No,
gonna do
no,
it
no, no,
right
no,
back
no,
at
Oh,
you.
no, 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 no.
no, 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 no,
You want to test me, little
no,
one.
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
no, no. He doesn't.
Absolutely
He
not.
doesn't.
I move forward and I say, here, can we make a deal? If we buy so many, can we get them discounted?
How many will you be willing to buy?
About 15 or 20 in total? Maybe?
15
Maybe.
to 20.
Maybe.
Let's do 15.
I'm trying to math. If, say, we were to
If
buy
you buy-
15 flat out, what would the price be?
1,500 gold.
That's not any cheaper.
When
I can also do math.
when Jahan hears that, his eyes get even angrier and turn, or basically go even more dragon-like. To where it is very noticeable of what's happening.
I'm gonna take this guy outside of the store so Normal and Phelan can continue
No,
their shopping.
And you say that out loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
Touch me and I'll barbecue you.
So I'm looking at the top here. I go, what if we do half price for the potions? Like they're normally valued.
Ma'am, little one, I don't know what you are talking about. They are 100 gold pieces in my shop. Always.
That's a lie.
Make an insight check for me.
18.
He is definitely lying.
So, is there like a table that's like mostly wood with something on it?
Do not light this place on fire, please.
No, Jahan, I want to know. Is there a place in this building that's wood?
There is a counter in front that is all wood.
Okay,
But there is also like a potions, like there is an alchemist set.
We're all about
on
to
it.
die.
No, Jahan is gonna turn down his flame because he doesn't have to keep it all the way up, and it's literally just gonna be a hot hand, and he's gonna press it up against to basically scorch it without putting it on fire. Kind of like when you would brand something. He's basically branding it with his own palm.
And I am going to need you to make a I need you to make a check for me.
What kind?
It's a spell save DC, so I need you to roll a flat check.
Guys,
And
we gotta get out of here. It's about to blow up.
the number that you have to beat is a 14.
So I need a DC save.
Yeah, DC of 14. You need to beat a DC of 14.
19.
And this guy looks at you and holds up his hand, and he starts muttering something under his breath, and as he's about to cast it, you basically just... Do you move out of the way?
I literally get like close, like almost. The visual
I
is
was
like
wrong.
what?
Wait, I was wrong. It's actually a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it's still like an 8. That would have still been like an 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you still missed.
So it's almost as if, you know when, like, in movies where someone's shooting and the person's head just kind of tilts? And just the bullet goes right by without any damage? That's basically what I want to happen. It's literally, it's like, just kind of like tilt to the side.
Whoa, is any of us near him?
We don't know what's happening, Red.
I mean, you all are near him. You guys see this interaction happening.
But like, how
We-
close?
We can't tell that there's like he's about to do a spell. Is what I'm saying. We don't know that.
Actually, all of you can make a perception check to try to see.
I don't know that. I'm not even gonna try to make a perception check.
Does anyone want to make a perception check?
I do.
I hear dice roll. What's the perception check?
15.
Hold on. Let me double check.
15?
Mm-hmm.
You obviously see him muttering something. There's a bit of energy coming up his arm and on his hand as he's doing it. You know that he attempted to cast a spell.
Oh
Ah.
lord.
Yeah, literally, Jahan's standing there with more confidence than he had with Zato's deity.
I rolled. I got a 16.
You could obviously tell he was trying to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Red? This is a reference only you will know. He was attempting to pull a zenith on,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh
just
my
with
god.
magic this time.
And quite
Oh my
literally,
God.
quite literally, Jahan pulls an Ultra Instinct Goku move and just kind of tilts.
Oh good lord. What is?
Okay, let's make this clear. You come into my shop while I am working on potions. And you try to get me to recognize you. I say your father is Karali. You say yes. Do you want me to tell you what that son of a bitch did to my family?
And literally with that, Jahan pulls out the book. I don't need you to tell me.
Oh, so he kept his little fuck diary, didn't he? Yeah. No, if you turn to, and he gives like a random date. That's the day that my family broke up. When my wife decided to leave me.
Yeah, well, it happens. I said, don't treat us like
Get out of my
kids.
store.
Don't treat us like fools.
Get out.
And I look to everyone else and say, "This is why he doesn't lead the party."
Zato doesn't
Literally,
even say
Jahan's
anything.
not moving. He's literally like, we need healing potions. We've already taken out one group of people here.
Jahan, leave.
Yeah, dude, just get out of here. You're making it worse, please.
I'm not leaving.
I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
17.
Still doesn't work. Okay. And he tries one more time.
And quite literally,
And it does not work.
Jahan is literally, his hand is still like hot, and goes and grabs the guy's wrist, and goes, "I said, don't treat us like fools."
Really?
Really.
Give me a second. Son of a bitch. Give me a second, because I didn't have any spells prepared for these motherfuckers. Now I have to come up with spells on the spot.
You know, while this is happening, this is gonna be risky. I want to go over while he's preoccupied and go see if I can swipe a couple potions.
Quite literally.
No, that isn't gonna work.
Oh, with that, love it. I literally just thought of something. Quite literally, when Jahan's like saying, "Don't treat us like fools," his head's kind of tilting towards the potions. almost like a
I mean,
nudge.
Anyway, I want to go do that, but I'm not gonna like say that I'm doing anything. I'm just gonna kind of like, cause I'm gonna be over. I was already talking over there. But the reason why it's risky is because I have disadvantage on any
And as in,
ability.
But he's also occupied with me and throwing spells at me.
okay, Normal, I want you to make
Would it be a sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand check.
Guys, do me well. Oh, not that one. This one.
Would it technically, since he's focused on me, wouldn't he be he wouldn't be able to really see it as well?
I'm not gonna say anything on that.
8?
8? Okay. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me or
you?
Quite literally, as I'm holding this guy's hand, one hand.
Me?
Yep.
You didn't even see me.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's not an ability check.
Nope.
I know, but this man literally just rolled a nat 20 on his perception check.
No, an ability means I don't roll at disadvantage, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, but this man, I'm
the
literally
saving
telling
throw.
you, this man rolled a nat, saving throw. Wisdom.
Occupied. It should have been a disadvantage.
No.
I rolled a 9.
I mean, quite literally, anything.
10.
Well, actually, as I am technically grappling him by grabbing his arm, he has disadvantage on checks.
You are not grappling him.
I
You did
have a
not
grab
grapple
of his arm.
You didn't roll anything, JD, so you just reached out.
You just
just
grabbed
saying-
his hand.
I'm just saying, if I didn't say anything and just rolled the check, you would not have known that I was doing anything. So he would have had no need to perceive anything.
Give me 1 second.
Although it take me like, no, it's, yeah.
Okay,
I did
Normal,
have a 10 on my
you
wisdom,
are
but
normal. Okay, you failed the check.
yeah, I
You
know,
are
'cause-
currently paralyzed.
Great.
So paralysis. You are incapacitated and cannot move or speak. You
Yeah.
automatically fail strength and dexterity. I'm just telling everyone.
Okay.
So you're currently incapacitated and you cannot move or speak. As he raises his other hand, points it towards Normal, and just says a quick few words, and Normal suddenly stops in her place. Now you're trying to rob me.
And quite literally, as he puts his arm, I want to cast a spell myself called Pyrotechnics.
I want to get out of here.
Called Pyrotechnics, and I'm
JD,
gonna.
you better get us out of here, because this is all
No,
your
no, no.
I wanna get outta
Pyrotechnics is a Constitution saving throw from this guy.
Okay, and he's gonna roll a con save.
Mhm.
What does he have to meet? What does he have to beat?
9.
9?
Of Constitution, yes.
He exactly rolled a 9.
Meets it, beats it.
Beats it, yep.
Beats it.
Okay. So there is still Pyrotechnics. But I guess also there is
And with that, I'm gonna roll a luck check.
Oh. Luck check,
Because technically, let's see exactly what pyrotechnics does.
While this is happening, can I?
An
I have a
area,
question.
no, an area of
Yeah.
non-magical flame that you can see that fits within a 10-foot cube. So you either create fireworks or smoke. What do you create?
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Do we not all have to roll a within that 10
it's-
foot
If you
cube?
are within 10 feet. If you are within
your
10
on-
feet
with
of
your-
him,
Yes.
basically. I am 5 feet away, so you have to be 5 feet away from me.
Noble, as she went to go over to look into the potions, I wouldn't say that Noble was 5 feet away. I would say Noble was about 15 feet away. Jahan and Phelan Zato and Phelan on the other hand, how close to Jahan are you? As he stepped up to the counter and is actively grabbing this guy.
We're not near him. Well, I'm
Yeah,
not
we're
near
not
him.
near.
Like,
No, I'm not.
I'm more close to like the door, pretty much.
Yep.
Because I want to get out of here.
With
But I have another question.
the fire, the non-magical with the non-magical flame, I'm gonna roll a luck check to see if anything happens. Okay, you guys are fine. Okay, what was the question?
How close? How far is normal from me?
15
Normal?
feet.
If you're farther away from her, I would say she's about like 25 feet away.
Because I want to get her
Come
out of
on,
here.
Mama.
Her and Gif out of here.
Gift's already left.
Oh, well, I want to get
No,
normal out of
gift
here.
is. Yeah, I'll do it in a bit.
You want to just do it now?
Yes, please. Thank you, Mama.
Yeah,
Sorry
I
about
want to get normal out of here.
Just think about that, Emmy. That's one of my second level spells.
I know you.
And it's only a 9. And it's only a 9. Because I chose the one that would only affect him.
Okay. And with this, Zato, I need you to. How are you gonna attempt to get normal out of here?
Just to like run up just like that dragger out. But like, how tall is normal?
I'm tiny. But
Oh, tiny.
you have to physically pick me up to get me out of here.
Can I pull normal over
Exactly.
my shoulder?
Make a strength check for me. No, an athletics check for me.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Oh, that's also nice.
Yeah, because it's a part of the strength.
It's based on strength.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
What did you get?
Oh, what?
I didn't see it this time.
No.
You got a 1?
I got
Oh.
Like a nat 1?
Oh, buddy.
Or a...
No, he got a 2. He got a 2.
Okay.
I got 2 minus 1.
So you attempt to pick her up, and it kind of like you can't pick her up. At this point, Normal, can you roll me another wisdom saving throw?
I want to try again.
Wait, before you do that, the DC to beat is 14. Another wisdom save.
Let me look. Okay, that's not one that I auto fail. Sure. 6.
Nope, you're still paralyzed. Okay.
I am trying again.
Roll for an athletics check.
And now, Jahan says, and he's going to use
Please.
pyrotechnics
18.
again.
18.
Okay, 18. You are able to pick her up.
I am picking normal out of here.
I'm surprised that he didn't try and attack anyone else while they were messing with me.
I need our we need our leader. Jahan
just uses pyrotechnics again. He's going to use his final...
Pyrotechnics again?
And it's going to be smoke this time.
So it's a DC 9, right?
No. Thick black smoke spreads out from the target area. That is it. Just thick black smoke. The area of the smoke is heavily obscured. The smoke persists for 1 minute or until wind disperses it.
Give me a second.
That's literally it is. It has no...
That one doesn't have a con save?
No.
Oh, no. It doesn't?
No, it's just thick black smoke.
Okay. And can he do anything about that?
Unless he can create a strong wind. It persists for a whole minute.
Oh, son of a bitch. I knew that was the spell I was looking for.
God,
Wait a second.
Da, 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 da.
You can see. Okay, I'm gonna make a check to see before the smoke fully pools the room if he can see you.
Well, he can see me
So
because
if
I'm holding on to him, basically.
I know, but if it's actually, then I'm not gonna make a check. If you think he can see you, I need you to make a wisdom save once more. DC is 14.
Wisdom meets it, beats it.
14. Okay. As he attempts one more time, as it's just somatical. He just moves his hand, the other hand that you're not using, and it tries to take back from you, but it doesn't.
Can we say, like, as soon as he fidgets, that's when I start the smoke?
Yeah. Let's go. What the hell?
I made a character that's literally Constitution, Wisdom, and Intelligence.
He's just gonna be very confused as smoke starts to pool through the room.
And when the smoke comes, Jahan's gonna be like, hey, Phelan, grab what we need.
On it.
Though he
Okay,
would
make
technically be
a-
in the smoke a little bit as well.
He would be. So this time I'm not. I'm gonna do. Okay. You know what? Because this is obscured by smoke. I'm not gonna make a perception check. Here's what I'm going to do. Valen, roll me. How many feet does it get?
20 feet
20?
from 20 feet radius in a circle. 20 feet.
Okay, because the healing potions I have established are 15 feet away from you.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Phelan,
Yes.
make a sleight of hand check at disadvantage
Slide it.
to try to get those potions. And I'm going to be using his passive perception to see if he notices this. His passive perception limited.
Okay, at set a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So disadvantage. So roll twice and take the lower number.
Okay. Okay, the lowest number I got was a 12.
Okay.
What's
How
your
many? You
bonus?
manage.
Oh, I got a bonus. Well, I do have a bonus too, but I didn't know you do that with this. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, with disadvantage. So it's 12 plus 2, so 14.
Mm-hmm.
So you manage to swipe 3 healing potions and quickly stuff them into your bag. And you can just put those in your inventory. So you got 3 healing potions now.
All right.
Dude, I'm so tempted to just throw this doorknob at Hunt.
And about 30 seconds into like the smoke, so halfway through the smoke, Jahan's gonna release the guy and start backing away
Finally.
into like literally where you can. It literally is as if he's already in a smoky haze, and he's gonna back away into even more smoke.
Give me a second.
Dude, you're gonna hate Normal when she gets unparalyzed.
Okay. Jahan specifically, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Perception. Okay. Ooh, yes. 21.
You hear the man as you back away go, what the actual hell? And he's going to mumble something once again. But you can sort of hear the words, going to find these little fuckers. And that's all you hear.
And literally, Jahan goes, good luck with that, and walks right out the door.
Okay. Are you all following him?
Yes, as I am holding Normal.
Yes, we follow.
I thought they already left.
Yeah, didn't Zato
How do you
already
leave
pull?
the shop?
No. Zeta already
They
left.
should have
Yeah.
left first.
Zeta
Oh
already
yeah,
left
Zeta
with
already left.
Noble, and
Wait, never
Phelan's
mind.
still in
Wait.
there.
Phelan stole the
Phelan
stuff.
stole.
There's smoke for like another 25 seconds. And literally,
I would say.
the
Yeah,
door
Phelan, did
has
you
been
leave?
opened.
Oh wait, in this case, yeah, Phelan leaves.
Okay. And the smoke pulls out.
The smoke will
And
stay
does
with the
someone
guy.
decide-
The smoke would stay with the guy in his area.
Okay.
So basically, for the next 20-ish seconds, he has smoke for 20 feet around him.
And what do you guys do when you're all outside?
Where's Giff?
Actually, at this point,
plan.
Nomal, make another wisdom saving throw.
19, finally.
You are finally unparalyzed.
And I'm going to smack Jahan in the head.
Make an attack roll. John, what's your DC? What's your AC?
14.
I rolled a 4.
Does not hit him. You
I
try.
wanted.
Quite literally,
Actually,
Jahan's
wait,
an
am I
ultra
still
inks.
Noble?
Yeah.
Actually, no. After doing that, I'm gonna walk off. No, because I'm assuming that when I came to that, Zato put me down, right?
Yeah, I put you down.
Then I'm just gonna walk off. I'm going to walk off and walk all the way to the stable and leave them.
I want to follow.
Is there anywhere else anyone wanted to go?
After that, I'll refuse to go anywhere else with this man.
Phelan does attempt to go to the bookshop, and he's assuming he's going by himself.
Jahan is gonna follow him to the bookstore.
Jesus Christ.
And then he looks at
Okay.
Jahan. He looks at John. He's like, "I swear to God, if you give any trouble."
And you know what? When me and Zato get to the stable, we're gonna get in the cart and we're leaving.
Oh,
So you're gonna split the party.
We're leaving.
Yeah, I think Zato and Noble are the main two that is so fed up with Jahan at this point.
Jahan just got you free things.
No.
And you
Wait,
paralyzed
Jahan
our
meant,
leader.
no. Jahan meant that we didn't get any other potions.
We only needed you.
Maybe.
Didn't we just
We
get?
might have needed other things.
Lemon. It literally said 100 per. Most of us don't even have 100 gold.
I know that. That's why I was going to talk with him and get him to see about changing the price.
His discount was the same price as the top.
Yes, because he hated you.
Yes.
Are we leaving?
And yes,
We're
we are
still
going to the
leaving.
library.
Y'all go to
Or
the library.
bookstore.
Myself and Zato are going to the stable. We're loading up the cart and the horses, and we are leaving.
Okay, stop. As you two are going to load up the horses, because that is going to at least be like a 10-15 minute thing.
That's
These
fine.
two go
If
to
they
the
make it, they
bookstore.
make it.
These two go to the bookstore. In the bookstore, there is a. Let me find a random race to choose. Da-da-da-da. There is a person in there, and they have feet. They are basically a cat person. They are tabaxi. That basically they have like orange fur and green eyes, and a tail that sways behind them as they look at you. It goes, "Oh, hello, welcome in. Is there anything I can help you with today?"
Oh, I am just browsing, but I did want to know if there were any specific magic books. I was kind of interested in some.
Magic books. don't have any specific magic books. What I do have is a blank spell book that is usually used for wizards.
While I myself am not a wizard, I do I am intrigued by sorcery, so I am interested how much.
For the book, it's 50 gold.
That's not bad.
It's I'm just gonna tell you now, young one, it's literally a blank book that people write spells in that
Oh.
it saves it. So I don't think it might be the best for you.
Oh yeah, right. Since I'm technically not a wizard, yeah, since I'm not a wizard at all, yeah, I won't get it. Not this.
However, I might be able to help you with something.
Oh, okay.
If you would like to pay 20 gold pieces, this isn't much, but I do have, and they're going to quickly pull out like a little bag from like their person underneath like their apron. This is a bag of holding. I have accrued some magic items that it's weird for it to be in a bookstore, but this is like my side business. But I have a thing full of magic items. For 20 gold, I will let you reach your hand inside and pull out an item. No matter what it is, it'll only be 20 gold for you.
Oh, okay. I'm interested.
So that means you give me the 20 gold now, and whatever you pull out, that is what you get.
Okay.
Okay?
I got 20
So
gold.
she's gonna put her hand. They're gonna put their hand out. And are you going to give them the 20 gold?
Yes, I'm about to take out 20 gold right now. Hold on, give me a minute. Math is stupid.
That's fine.
It's like Phelan's plummeting around for his gold. Jahan goes, "Do you have any books on how to calm a dragon?"
Oh, any books on how to calm a dragon? I mean, let me quickly look, and I'm gonna roll a luck check. I don't know if it's exactly what you need, but I do have a book on dragons.
How much?
This. It would be. It's a hard-bound book. No, no. Which one is it? And they're gonna like quickly like ruffle through things. 15 gold.
I'll take it.
Can I have the gold before I give you my item, please?
Yep. 15 gold. Oh.
Did you also want to try your hand for 20 gold in the...
Jahan would like to see if there's any magic inside the box or whatever, bag or whatever.
In the bag?
Yeah.
Make it Arcana check.
22.
There is an immense magical energy surrounding the bag.
Yeah, sure. I'll check. I'll try.
Okay, give me one moment. Let your friend do it first.
Yes.
So, okay. I rolled on a table for Phelan. Phelan, I need you to roll 2 percentile die. So it's gonna be the 10s and so it's the D10 and the D100. So the one with like 90, 100 and stuff like that, that is gonna be the first number, and the D10 is gonna be the second number.
Okay, so D10 and D100.
Yes.
All right. 68.
68.
You would roll one off with a good number.
Holy crap. And okay, let me just give me a second, because I need to look up what this actually is.
And we found an item that they don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what was originally supposed to happen later. Okay. So you pull out a full fucking armor. Okay, I need you to choose. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need you to roll D10 for me.
D10, okay.
And tell me what you got.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, you have got to be shitting me.
What?
What did you just do?
You pull out green armor. And it looks like dragon scales. And you pull out dragon scale mail, which is a very, very rare, very rare armor that you need to attune to. And you pulled it out, and it has resistance to green dragons, so poison damage.
So you have resistance to me, basically.
Exactly. It's the only one on the list that has poison on it. So yeah, so you pull out like that, and give basic rules 165. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you how much this actually costs.
I'm guessing it's gonna be a
Give me
few
a-
platinum. It's gonna be quite a few platinum.
Give me a second. 165. It actually doesn't tell me the price, but it's literally a very rare item.
Yeah, so platinum would be the main thing, probably.
So yeah, so put dragon scale mail into your inventory.
Dragon
And
scale.
again,
We
it's
could have
a,
sold this and gotten potions.
it is a full plate of armor. It comes with like a chest piece, 2 gauntlets, and a helmet that has horns coming out.
Basically, Chris just spent a fifth of what the potions were gonna cost to get something that's gonna protect him from everything. That's gonna be stronger than any other armor he could probably get.
Yeah. So that is what you got. And she's gonna go, holy crap, I didn't even know that was in there. Interesting. Good luck. That's awesome. Very happy for you. Now you see what your friend pulled. Did you want to pull, young one?
Yes, and I will...
Okay. Give me 1 second, because I need to roll on what table that you're rolling on.
Yep, I'm gonna... Whoops.
That's a 10. So pick a number 1 through 9. And I will tell you, because I rolled a high number, the higher the number, the better.
An 8.
An 8, so that's the same table Chris rolled on. I need you to roll a D100 and a D10.
95.
And you pull out. I also need to look this up. Give me a second. 95.
Yeah.
Okay, and I need you to roll a D10 for me, please.
I'm rolling my... For this, I rolled my smoky black dice. And they are rolling very well. I just rolled a 10.
10. So this is so you have gained armor of resistance. So it's a full helmet and piece. It is very heavy. It has some heft to it. This is heavy armor. You have resistance to thunder damage with it.
So, armor of...
You need a strength of 15 to wear it.
I can't even wear armor anyway.
Yeah, you need strength of 15 to wear it.
So it's
And you have disadvantage in stealth if you do wear it.
Okay, so it's a heavy armor?
It's a heavy armor, yes.
So it's... What kind? It's resistance plate? Or one of the males?
So this is armor of resistance, and this is a splint armor. So
Splint.
SP splint.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, armor class... Yeah, it bumps... It has an armor class of 17. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. 60 pounds just in armor.
Yep.
I can tell you that I probably will never be able to wear this armor. Even if I had the right strength.
They're gonna go again. Wow. All the armor today. Did you guys want to have another pull?
Can I do 2 pulls?
Hand over the 40 gold pieces.
Okay.
So first pull, you're okay. Let me change the number of pulls you're getting. So 3 random pulls for 60 gold. The first pull off of the table. After this is where we're gonna end it for the night. After they're done pulling, because we are out of time.
Yep.
But okay, so okay. Roll a D100 and a D10.
48.
48. Son of a bitch. You gain a staff of thunder and lightning.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I was actually looking at those at one point. Oh. Sweet.
And it also requires attunement. And for your last pull, that is a okay. And I need you to make another D100 and D10 roll.
88.
88. You gain a spell scroll at first level. So it's another one where you get to choose what spell it is.
Spell scroll first level. Okay. Yeah.
And they are gonna then quickly look back over at Chris at Phelan and go, do you want another pull?
Yeah, I'll
Like your
do
friend?
one more. Yeah, I'll do one more.
One more?
Mm-hmm.
Hand over that 20 gold.
Okay. This
Okay,
time
and then
I
give me
could actually.
give me 1 second.
Right.
That is that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I need you to roll D100 and a D10.
Oh, 81.
81. So holy crap. I shouldn't have done this. Okay. You gain gloves of swimming and climbing.
Gloves of swimming and climbing. Okay.
So it also requires attunement. Wearing these gloves, climbing and swimming don't cost you extra movement, and you gain a +5 bonus to strength, to athletics checks to make checks to climb or swim.
Heck yeah.
And I'm gonna ask one more time: do you want to make any more pulls? The both of you, do you want to make any more pulls?
Nah.
One more.
One more. Hand over another 20 gold. Okay, give me a sec.
I'm gonna say it's a good thing me and No More are out of here.
I mean, y'all could have had the fun stuff.
3. Okay. And I need you to roll a D100 and a D10.
72.
72. You gain a spell scroll at 5th level.
Oh no.
And with that, Johan's gonna be like, I think we've got enough.
Yeah, we had enough.
We're gonna go.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're gonna go
That's a
to the
pretty good
stable. We're gonna go to the stable.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we're
Alright,
gonna go.
well, I hope you all have I hope you both have a great rest of your day.
Yep. Thank you.
And please come back. Try your luck again.
All right.
And you guys are gonna make your way to the stables.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say as you're getting back, these two are literally about to pull out of a town.
Okay. And
So normal. What? Zato, you both are about to pull out of town as you see these two come out of the bookstore with both have a set of armor in their hands and other things. Out of the bookstore. What are you gonna do?
This is Nomo's call, honestly.
Normal doesn't care.
Are we out of here?
We're out of here.
Are you literally pulling away without them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nomo's pissed. Okay, Nomo's a barbarian who's pissed.
And with that, Phelan
So-
jumps on the cart. The end.
Oh no.
No,
I
that's
need
not
if
how
you
that
guys are
works.
if you two are attempting to jump onto the cart,
not.
I need you guys to make acrobatics checks.
Aren't they like too
No,
far?
no. Jahan is just walking. He is not trying to jump. He will walk behind until they have to stop or not.
Oh, I'm actually getting pretty good rolls. 19.
19, you hop onto the cart.
So we're just leaving him.
I'm not stopping. And I have the map.
I mean, you're not much. You can't go much faster than I can in this game.
I mean, we've
Horses can
established.
go faster.
Yeah,
Don't they go double
we have
movement?
established.
Yes.
Yeah, we have established that the horses can do double movement, and I believe their base movement. Wait, you guys got a war horse? No. What
No.
horse did you guys get?
We just got
Done.
2 regular horses.
I have that written down. We got 2 horses that are gonna like 2 horses like to pull the carriage.
Yeah, that's it. They were just carried like horses, just pull.
Not a riding horse. It was a pulling horse.
I wrote down that they could go 40 movement per 40 feet per movement.
Okay.
Yeah, so 40 feet per movement.
That's only
Plus
10
your-
feet plus more than I can for everything I do.
Yeah, but they can also take double movement and like dash.
I mean,
So it's gonna add up pretty fast.
yeah. Jahan don't care. There's a lot because his eyesight he still has good eyesight, so he can still see.
And as the wagon speeds off into the distance, and Jahan is just plainly walking behind, that is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
Before we end, can I ask how far we are from the next location?
You guys are going to Crestbourne?
No.
No, either more. Fuck. Ethermore, I would say you are about 4 days travel.
Okay. Because I have a map with the routes on it. I just don't have a map of Ethermore.
Right, you're about 4 days travel.
Okay.
And with that, we are going to end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
So, I hope everyone enjoyed the session, and I hope everyone has a great rest of their night. Just to let everyone know, next week, we'll be doing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And then, so next week is Pathfinder, so the week after that, which would be the 18th, that is when we're back to D&D.
Yep. That is for our TTRPGs this month, basically. What our schedule looks like for them. I have added Saturdays to stream schedules for me, just to kind of see how weekends are, because I usually have all the time in the world on weekends. Need something to do. Wednesdays, the next 2 Wednesdays are a no-go due to modding duties and stuff like that. But yeah, I will be back Saturday. Make sure you check out tomorrow's stream for Tabletop News, as it will have someone that most people in the TTRPG world know, Matt Mercer.
Matthew Mercer.
Yes. That'll be fun, playing Pretty Princess. Himself and a few of the Tabletop News members are gonna
I believe
play.
it's Michelle, Katie, and Nathan.
I believe so. That's
We're
what
playing with him.
that's what they show. Yeah, there's that. Check out their Kickstarter. Check out my merch store. I now have a merch store. But yeah. Let's see. Anybody to raid? I don't really have anyone to raid, really.
I really only have... I have 2 Fortnite people, 1 Pokemon Platinum,
Yeah, I don't got anybody.
Sohinki, and I have an artist that I follow.
I see big names and then, like, yeah, basically Fortnite and Pokemon. But yeah, we just won't raid this time. We'll figure it out sooner or later. Maybe we'll find new people to raid in the future. But as of right now, thanks everyone for coming. Bye, everybody.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.